Hi guys, Matt here with the Railway, and first of all, just a quick thank you again for the few more subscribers to the channel. So thank you to you. Wonder if this has anything to do with it, but at the moment, if anybody has the latest issue of Model Rail, that would be issue number 224, August 2016. It's the Engine Shed special. And surprisingly, a good few months ago now, that I wrote in and emailed in about the layout. And sure enough, if you turn to page 90, here on the big show and tell section is the layout. So yeah, very pleased that it's in here, and thank you very much for them putting it in. Nice little bit of blurb and some great shots. Many people will have seen these shots that watch the videos, and yeah, we've got the P2, Great Western pannier, and an A4s, Black 5 weathered, and a 9F. Yeah, so all collectively very good. They've even put down here to see Thornhill in action, visit Matt's YouTube channel. So yeah, so if people have, and you're watching this from looking at this, then thank you very much, and I hope to bring you more videos likewise, which what we're going to do now. Okay, so bear with me, I'll be back in a mo. Right, okay, so first off, I'll just give you the rundown of the locos that I've got on the layout at the moment. First of all, we have Bachmann Class 57, or 5700, but it's got the double X's, and yeah, that's on the layout at the moment. I won't do the typical opening of the box. It's already on the layout, but this is what it comes in, and it's a special one. It's the London Transport, the one commissioned from the museum in a lovely maroon livery. And at the back here we have a Q1, and they are very heavy pulling freight power. I'll give you a little bit of history on them. And down here, which is a very special one to me because I've waited for a while, it's a beattie whale tank. Now, Kenro Model Rail Centre exclusive on this, made by Dapol, but the actual real life loco, there are two of them. One resides at Bodmin and the other one at the Buckinghamshire Railway Centre. Now, I volunteer at the Buckinghamshire Railway Centre, and I actually work on the loco myself, either as guard or third manning, learning to be a fireman, progressing up to a driver. Yeah, the LNER Thompson Class Q1 080, designed by Edward Thompson. They were rebuilds of a Great Central Railway Class 8A. 13 of them were built between 42 and 45. They've got a specific Stevenson valve gear, if you can see it down here. And yeah, predominantly used for freight during the war, mainly created for that purpose of hauling the freight, goods, transport for the military, all that sort of heavy duty stuff. And they were generally kept very dirty. You never saw a clean Q1. I mean, I would weather them up, but I'd rather keep them as they are here and as they are shown. But yeah, people do weather them up. You can see lots of examples of these on YouTube and many exhibitions. Yeah, so it's a very powerful looking loco. Very odd. People don't tend to generally go for them, like them, because of the way the boiler looks, keeps getting bigger. Concertinas, as it would say, but yeah, they're pretty heavy looking and beastly. So okay, we'll move on. Okay, so hi, yeah, here we go. It's the GWR 060 Tanya Tank, and it's an L92. As I said in the other bit of the audio bit here, it's part of the London Transport fleet in maroon. It's a 5700 class, mostly used for shunting work, light to medium goods, branch line works, short commuter trains, that sort of thing. Nothing too strenuous, but they're good little hearty engines, and I've linked it up with a couple of chocolate and cream coaches, the buffet one as well, just to give the a short commuter feel. Yeah, but used on the Metropolitan line, and there's a beautiful looking loco. Backmen have done a sterling job. You can get this in a metropolitan, or midnight metropolitan. That's it, in a train pack they do. But they have released it singly, and I acquired one. The detail on it is fantastic. It's all in there, all in the cab as well, the cab workings as well. That's just a joy to look at and behold. Yeah, so we'll get that running up and seeing it in action. Okay, so right, so last locomotive we have the beattie well tank. I'll just first show you the coach at the back here. It's a stove van, parcels van, whatever you'd like to call it. Purpose of it is to store, stove and contain parcels, but it's a great example of what we actually have at the railway, the Buckinghamshire Railway. I mentioned that's where I volunteer, and the layout that I've got up here at the moment, these two coaches and the loco itself, is the closest example that I could get to replicate what is actually at the railway. So here it is, the beattie. It's an absolutely stunning model of the real thing. It's running number 30585. The well tank is a 304 class, LSWR 0298 class, sorry, I should say. It's number 314, but renumbered 03585. And it's in early crest. Built between 1863 and 1875. This loco in particular, and the one at the railway, was 1874. They're made by Dapol. With these models, they've got a year's service of 142 years. That's quite incredible, and the fact that it's still running, and I should know because I'm part of the loco crew, so I have been on the loco, and I've had the privilege to drive the loco at my wedding, which was at the Buckinghamshire Railway Centre. Yeah, designed by Joseph Hamilton Beattie, and they're mainly used on London suburban services. They did handle heavy loads very well. They were fast and nippy little trains to use around the yard and to and from work. Basically an A to B sort of loco shunting train. Yeah, so like I said, I've put it up against these two lovely Mark 1s, which are they're a bit on the old side. I have had to replace the wheels. They need a bit of fine tuning, so she will on this section here do a little bit of wheel spinning, so yeah, but please bear that in mind. She is a powerful loco, pulling wagons. I've tested her out with that, but these coaches are a bit challenging for her, so yeah. But if you're doing a slow crawl shunting, it's usually great with it. It looks great. Okay, right, so just move the Q1 and we'll get going. Okay, yeah, not doing too bad. So, right, next up, the Tanya Tank. Okay, right, so I've parked them up. The coaches are in the sidings over here, and I've just thought I'd come just down and give you a close-up view of the beattie rail tank. It's predominantly the one that I was really wanting to show off. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous, and the cab interior as well, is the detail in there is absolutely second to none. It's got everything going on there. The mechanical lubricators, safety valves. It is all pre-molded, mostly separate mouldings put on. There's no brass, but it's all imitated to look like it. And even these little handrails, they're metal as well. They're very fine metal. And the smoke box, terribly detailed. It is a tiny engine, and the weight of it is quite surprising. But it's got all the gizmos, and even if you can, obtain an accessory pack from another loco, it's got the two little claw irons up here to put the rakes and all the stuff to use to rake out the fire, all the rods. Yeah, so all in all, it's a lovely loco. I've just linked them up to some box fans. I have seen a few vintage old films from the era, and this is something typical of what they used to pull. Yeah, so right, I hope you enjoyed this short video on 3 very different locos, and I hope people that do read the Model Rail magazine look at the little feature that I'm in, and hopefully you'll be watching some of the videos. If you do like the layout, and if there's anything you want to know, or like I said before, please leave a comment, like and subscribe, that would be great. All your subscriptions really do boost morale and keep making me want to make more videos. I just for the love of it, just like to share my enthusiasm with everybody else. One final sweep with the beattie. We'll come to a halt. Yeah, so, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully we'll have one of the polls that I had put up on the previous one of the previous videos when I did the review on the Midland train train pack, sorry. And so I was trying to stop the train and talk at the same time. Yeah, I put a poll up to say what would you like to see, and I did put a poll up there. I think a couple of people have pressed it because it's came up with the Orient Express, or the Brighton Bell. There we go, the Brighton Bell in 1930s livery. Yeah, so I'll pick one of those two, have them on, and hopefully have them running next on the layout. Okay, so apart from that, thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for, if you did, see you in the magazine, and I shall see you next time. Take care now. Bye.